welcome. How you doing? Can you hear me all right? Do I need to get closer, farther away? You excited for Black Friday, son? Black Friday shopping tomorrow, or technically is that next week? No, that's this week. That's 2 days from now. How you doing? You've done your Black Friday? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do mine either later today, maybe sometime tomorrow, or the day after for sure. But Sean, you've been playing The Witcher 3, and it's phenomenal. Alright, well, that's nice. And, well, I've been playing this, and I have some thoughts on it, which I filmed my video on it. It's kind of like a proto review, but not like a full review, because I actually haven't beaten the game. I've gotten far enough into it, and then I looked ahead to see how the game ended. Because I don't think I would have had time to do like a full style review like I like to do it, because December, like I think starting December 3rd, like I'm totally locked down for Versus Series finale. Like I'm locked down. So yeah. But yeah, I'm glad you're having fun with Witcher. I've never actually played Witcher, so you know I'll take your word for it. I've just never been a Witcher fan. Like Sean, like literally my exposure to Witcher is the Netflix series, and there's a lot of violence, a lot of nudity, a lot of magic, everything you should love. But it's just like it kind of seems like a poor man's Lord of the Rings. To be fair, what's the matter with me? What's the matter with you? I don't got time. I don't got time to play Witcher, man. I got other games I gotta play. Welcome, Jake. Good morning or good evening. It's kind of late afternoon. You're in Greece. Oh wow. Hope you're having fun in Greece. I've never been there. Thanks for stopping by. I hope it's not impeding on your travels. I know your favorite movie is. You just trying. It's too early in the stream to try to get a rise out of me, Sean. Let's wait till everyone gets here. Your favorite Batman game is Arkham Knight. Heck, there's some great things about Arkham Knight. I would say that's like my third favorite. I wouldn't pick it over Asylum or City, but it's really good. A lot of people complained about the Batmobile. I had no problems driving with the Batmobile. I had a great time driving that thing. It's like a big tank, but it's cool. It's Commander Shepard. What do you mean? I don't know why my name was changed. It's just easy. I mean I apologize. It's easier for me when it comes to streams to follow what I see. Otherwise, did I finish Super Mario Galaxy? No, I didn't. I'll probably get into it. I want to say first of next month, and I'll probably get to the first of next year. Like I'll start playing. I'll definitely have it beaten before the film comes out. But like just right now, like I'm still like I'm gonna be playing this for a little bit longer. But like coming December, like I'm totally locked into this Versus Series finale. Like to try to break down two warring factions. I've never done that before, and that's gonna take a long time. So that's literally my focus for all of December. Like I might have like a few moments where I might like make like a little video here and there, maybe a little ranking video or something that's quick. But like it's dedicated entirely to the Versus Series matchup. Am I going to play Lego Batman? I probably will. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, when it comes out, yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot. Jake, I think Rocco from Rocco from My Life is a cute character. He's not cute. He's cool, and he's a wallaby. And you got Heifer, who is a steer, not necessarily cow, and Filbert, who works. And oh god, yeah, that's probably my favorite cartoon of all time. Like even by today's standards, like I love Rocco's Modern Life. I got like so many memories. I can recite so many lines, so many episodes. I want to get I want to see, I want to know if Rocco Modern Life all three seasons are available on Blu-ray because I would definitely buy it. What is my most anticipated game of 2026? Probably Wolverine. That seems like a safe choice. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, I think it's gonna be whatever. I think that's a game I'll probably play once, then move on. 007, it could be like it looks very Uncharted-ish, but for James Bond, so that could be really really good. That looks great. But like just from initial what I've seen, it definitely looks like I'll be most interested in Wolverine. Yeah, for sure. Uh, Comment gamer. For a game, I have an interesting idea for another Deadpool game with X Men heroes teaming up with William Stryker being the main antagonist. I mean that's okay, but I'm Killua. Remember, I'm sure I know Jake. It's just it's easier. It's for me when it comes to streams. It's just easier for me to follow what I see. So, I apologize if I don't say what your actual name is. It's just easier for me to follow. Yeah, Wolverine is set in Marvel Spider-Man PS5 universe. I heard, but I pray to God they keep them separate. I do not want that Spider-Man interacting with Wolverine. Keep them separate. Can I do a top 5 most watched movies? Most watched? I would say off the top of my head it'd be like probably like Star Wars Episode 3, maybe Gladiator. See, I like to watch that a lot of times. Terminator 2, Dark Knight, and round it out with what's a Black Hawk Down. I tend to rewatch those a lot. I have all those movies on my phone, so like while I'm at work, I'll watch them. So, is Resident Evil worth playing? Yes, but I think it depends. Oh, Resident Evil 5, absolutely, absolutely. Fuck anyone who doesn't like that game. It's pretty much Resident Evil 4 but with co-op, which for me makes it like my favorite co-op video game of all time. It's not even close. Like, look, I don't know if you were playing like PlayStation around in 2009 when the demo came out. Like, that's like to this day like one of the most played demos of all time for co-op. So like, yeah, I would absolutely. I don't want them remaking it. But yeah, it's absolutely worth playing. It's a great game. And some people like to shit all over the AI, but like if you play with a friend, that's not an issue. So, and that's typically how I like to play it. But the AI isn't all that bad. Comic gamer, while having Magneto as a minor antagonist, but later helps X-Men being, that's okay. But that does sound like an idea that sounds a little dated. I don't think that would fly for a modern game. They would probably want to do something a little bit more interesting or out of nowhere. Why don't I like Hunger Games? I'm just not into it. I don't read the books. I haven't watched the movies. I'm just not into it. I mean, I don't hate Hunger Games. I'm just not a fan. There's nothing about it I've seen that makes me interested in it. What is my least favorite Resident Evil game? Probably Resident Evil 1. No, take it back. I take it back. OG Resident Evil 2. I hate that game. Hate that game. I absolutely despise the first generation of Resident Evil games. I'm a Generation 2 fan. So I played 4, 5, and 6. Then I went back and I tried to play 1, 2, and 3, and I hated those games. Those tank controls with those fixed camera ankles are total dog shit. And I actually broke a controller because I couldn't figure out that they. And then you do research and you find out that no, the games are programmed to have terrible controls and terrible camera angles. And I'm like, how in the hell do people like this shit? Like, it's garbage. That's why I actually was excited when they remade 2 and 3 and 4. Or, no, I take it back. Not remake 4. 2 and 3. But they tried remaking 1, but they did it, like, in the fixed camera angle style, and I didn't like that. But, yeah, I totally despise those first set of Resident Evil games. Those are dog shit. You just watched Hunger Games 1 and 2. Okay, well, I'm glad you had fun. Hope you had fun. Your favorite RPG outside of JRPGs is Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas. I actually just finished filming like 2 videos going over my favorite RPGs. Like, I'm actually surprised. Like, once I was done filming my video, giving my like initial thoughts on Expedition, I realized, I've never actually done a video going over my like top 10 favorite RPGs of all time. So that's what I did. Witcher 3 is probably going to be a 10 out of 10 really high. Well, glad you like it. Should Resident Evil 4 Remake be called Reimagined instead? I think you should just call it Resident Evil for dog shit, because that game is dog shit to me. I mean, if people want to like it, that's fine, but that game does not feel anything like Resident Evil 4 to me, so I got nothing positive to say about that. Comic Gamer, when I get a powerful desktop, I've been thinking about getting Fallout 3 with mods. Heck, knock yourself out. Mod it up as much as you need to have as much fun as possible. I'm curious, what do you guys think is going to win Game of the Year? Like, I have an idea of what's going to win, but now that I've played enough of this would not have gotten my Game of the Year. It's great, but it does a number of things wrong that hold it back. Like when the video's up, you'll see it, but like if I were to give it a score right now, it would get an 8. This is an 8. It's great, but I don't want to when I'm done with this game, I don't want to play it again. It commits a number of major cardinal sins for me. What is the most offensive thing about the world's... What is the worst offensive thing about the worst game ever? The most offensive thing that damn thing did? Level caps. Level caps. I hated that. I mean, what's the point? What was the point of adding... The whole point of RPGs is to level grind the shit and be as strong as possible. But, oh no. And on top of that, no, I take it back. It's not level caps. An auto battle button. That game had an auto battle button, meaning you could go through the whole fucking game on auto battle and beat the whole game. The game doesn't even need the player. The game can literally play itself. Who thought that was a good idea? I hate auto battle buttons. What's the point then? So you give me level caps so I can't level grind, and then you make it so I don't even have to play the game. Like, it'll just automatically pick the best decisions and win every single time. This works even on the bosses. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's crazy. I want to bitch slap the developer who came up with that idea. You would rather get Resident Evil 4 HD? Yes, I have Resident Evil 4 HD. I play that at least once every year around Halloween season. Jay, what would you do if Tifa came to visit me? Again, I'd be like, A, what are you doing here? B, how did you find it where I live? And C, what can I help you with? It just seems kind of random. Like, hello, don't you have a meteor that you should be helping Cloud and the gang stop solving from destroying the Earth? I mean, what are you doing here? Hey, what's up, Zach? Jake, is it just me, or is Leon S. Kennedy look like a Final Fantasy character? He could be. You're not wrong. He could look like a Final Fantasy character. Do I have a collection of video of my PlayStation 5 games? I don't think so, but Sean, if you want me to do one, yeah, I don't mind doing that. The plot. Oh, Lord. The plot to that game was garbage. It was garbage. I mean, what kind of plot? Literally, the game tells you that if the characters literally do nothing, it'll fix the problem. By doing something, they make the problem worse. The game literally tells you if you do nothing, everything will be just fine. So, you pretty much prevent me from level grinding, don't want me to play your game, and have a plot that tells me if I literally do nothing, the problem will fix itself. Why does this game exist? The worst game you have ever played was Kingdom fucking Come Deliverance 2. Well, I've never played that game, so I can't comment. So I'll take your word for it. Resident Evil 4 HD, PS3 or 4. I probably have both. To be fair, I probably have it on both. Like, I have that on probably 4 different devices. I have it on PS2, PS3, PS4. I believe I also have it on the Switch. Yes, I have it on the Switch. So I have it on 4 different devices. Do it. All right. IGN said the worst game has amazing graphics. Fuck that. Yeah, well, you know what? You take a piece of shit, you can carve it into a beautiful swamp, but it still looks and smells like shit. So, visuals don't give you a pass for me. What is my opinion on Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? I don't like horror game. I don't like Resident Evil as a first-person shooter. That's key reason why I never played it. And the same thing happened with Village until they gave you the Gold Edition, which allowed you to play it as a third-person shooter. Resident Evil, unless it's a rail shooter, should never be a first-person shooter, which is what 7 was. That was a first-person shooter, beginning to end. You might as well call it Call of Duty Biohazard. You might as well do that. The reason for Deadpool and X-Men teaming up is simply because of that. People think that big Deadpool fans for being an X-Men fan. I guess so. If it succeeds, then they plan to make a sequel to Marvel X-Force. I mean, go right ahead. Would you please remind me about the key story plot of Hey Arnold? I mean, there are a lot of story elements, but I guess the main one is that Arnold's parents went missing. And like it popped up every once in a while across the seasons, but like that's like the main plot for Arnold as a character is that he wants to find his parents. And they did a movie and he actually finds their parents and they were like stranded in like a jungle, and he brings them home. He finds them. So that's kind of the main story for Arnold as a character. Like his hat was given to him when his parents were leaving because they had to go help like a friend because they were dealing with this virus in this village in like a tropical jungle on like the other side of the planet, and so they got stuck there and they got lost and they couldn't get out, so they were stranded there, and like Arnold actually found them and brought them home. So that's kind of the main plot. Good evening. Favorite Thanksgiving food? Oh, easily turkey. We have a place here called Honey Baked Ham, and they have like this turkey breast that has like a cinnamon coating on the outside. Totally delicious. Get it every year. What is the... Is DMC worse than the... Oh no. DMC is awful, but the worst game ever is the worst game ever for a reason. But DMC is at that table. They sit at the same table of shit. Hey, 3TR, did you see that they cast someone in the live-action Assassin's Creed Netflix show? What? They're trying to make another live-action thing. Didn't it, like, completely bomb with Michael Fassbender? Why the hell would you try it a second time? What is the worst movie? Movie 43 or Borderlands? Oh, Movie 43, no question. Because Borderlands was awful, but, like, you know, I'm not the biggest fan. It was just bad casting. That's all it was. Just bad casting. Movie 43, I don't know what the hell that was. Like, whoever made that clearly was blackmailing everybody in that film. Because all those actors are respectable actors, Oscar winners. Whoever directed it or produced it clearly had some naked pictures or blackmailed all those people, because there's no way they would have willingly done that movie out of the goodness of their heart. You gotta have integrity, man. There's like a case that like Samuel Jackson will do like any movie if you pay him, but like I'm sure even he's got standards. He'll look at a script and be like, I am not touching that shit. So there is clearly some dark shit going on behind the scenes that we don't know about even to this day. So easily Movie 43. I know you're never gonna play Black Ops 7, but have you seen how awful the campaign is? Yeah, I've seen a little bit, but like I was never interested to begin with, so yeah. Hey Arnold is a classic and delightful show about the 90s kids characters. Absolutely. I suggest you play Borderlands 4. It's amazing. Maybe if I have time. Is DMC the definitive edition, the first game? No, it is not. Bob is definitely yes. Death Stranding 2 or French RPG Game of the Year. Personally, now that I've played a little bit of this, I would still pick Death Stranding. I don't think Death Stranding is going to win. I don't know what's going to win Game of the Year. We could be a surprise. I know this is going to dominate at the VGAs. But personally, now that I've played enough of that, Death Stranding 2 would still be my game of the year. It's still the best game I played this year, easily. I have a few game recommendations. I'm sure you do. And what's up, Winter Ghost? Welcome. Fallout 4, Far Cry 5, Far Cry 3, and Borderlands. I mean, I'm not the biggest Far Cry or Fallout fan, so, you know. Since you make Nickelodeon shows tier list, would you make a Disney show tier list video? You know, maybe. Was Palpatine holding back against Mace? Depending on your source, the answer could be yes or no. I would like to say no. It makes sense no because out of any Jedi, Mace Windu is probably the best suited to take down Sidious. He's like Sidious, like Mace really is how he's built himself. He's built to take down Darksiders even better than Yoda is. But you could say no in the sense that Palpatine anticipated that Anakin, knowing how gullible he is, would show up. So it's like, I'll kill these first 3 Jedi because they're not a threat, and I need to keep Mace alive long enough for Anakin to show up. So both explanations work, but I would like to say that Palpatine at that time really was going head to head, and Mace did beat him. But Mace was totally burnt out. How's my day? My day is going all right, Winter Ghost. How's your day, man? Do a top 5 favorite games of years of gaming? Oh my god, that'd be impossible to do. I mean, geez, years of gaming? Man, you know how long that would be? I'd have to go back, I'd have to go back to, the 90s. That'd be impossible to do. My game of the year of 2016 is hopefully going to be Wolverine. Well, who knows? You like Sweetie? Don't know what that is, Wing. So I can't say. The Chilling Moon guy. Do you think they could tease the next Metal Gear Solid remaster at the Game Awards? I think it's too soon. I don't think they will, but I think it's too soon. Rashad, have you played Halo 3 on Legendary? Hell no. Are you crazy? I ain't suicidal. William Dafoe as Lord Farquaad? Don't like the sound of that. Sean, do you think Arbiter from Halo is one of my favorite video game characters? Do I know if it's one of your favorites? I don't know what your favorites are. Do a top 5 game protagonists? That's impossible for me to come up on the top of the fly. So you got any favorite Teen Titans? Probably just Robin and Raven, I guess. Your game of the year is Borderlands 4. Okay, that's great. That's great to hear. The Chillmoon, did you hear that the last Ronin TMNT movie has been put into indefinite hold, which means it's been canceled? Yeah, and they are doing another live-action TMNT movie, but they want it to be like Sonic, in which it worries me because I like serious. Well, you live in a very, very... Well, I hate to tell you this, but Ronin is not marketable. Teenage Mutant Ninja... Put it like this. TMNT is a children's franchise. You cannot make an R-rated version. Not enough adults would go see that, and you need to draw the kids in. If you can't get the kids in, it's not going to work. Especially... That would be like trying to make an R-rated Power Rangers movie, which they pitched a trailer, which... For me, I would have seen that, but it is a children's franchise. You simply cannot make a children's franchise with an R rating. And Ronin is hardcore R. You could not get away with telling that story PG-13. That would be hard R. So, I'm not surprised that they canceled it. Do you think 2025 is a better year than 2024? I would say in terms of gaming, yeah, I think it was a better year for sure. Winter Ghost, my day is good. I finally got around to playing Final Fantasy 16, and you like it so far. That's great. That's great. Because I really like that game too. What about the one from Final Fantasy 10 and Metal Gear? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm trying to like. Common game. I don't understand the question. Like, what is that? What is that for? Because it doesn't tie in with what your previous question was. I hope Sony announces Astrobot 2. I hope so too. Yeah, definitely. The thing is that we might be. The thing about an Astrobot 2 is that I don't think they'll announce it until the PlayStation 6 comes out. And the reason I say that is because Astrobot as a franchise is so tied in to tech, specifically the controller functions. I think that whatever controller function they add to the 6, they'll link it to that. Like, as much as I want an Astrobot 2, like, it's you have to remember that Astrobot as a franchise, it is linked to showing off what the technology of the console can do. And it does that better than any game. So I think because we're so close to the PlayStation 6 coming out, they would probably wait until the 6 comes out before they announce another definitive Astrobot game. So I think we will get it one day, get an Astrobot 2, but it won't be till next generation. A movie that pushes PG-13 to its limits is Dark of the Moon. I didn't think so. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do a top 5 favorite gaming companies? I don't have any. Favorite character? Oh, you mean Auron and Big Boss? Well, are they really? Auron, I guess he's a protagonist, but he's not the main protagonist. And can you really say Big Boss overall is a protagonist? I don't think you can say that if you know the story. 2 Feist's favorite movie characters. Feist? I don't know what that is. Sweetie the actress. I don't know who that is. Never heard of her. Do you think we'll get Death Stranding 3? I'm sure we will, but it won't be till next generation. 100%. I think like the way Death Stranding 2 ended, they definitely left it off for Tomorrow/Lou to take over to be the lead in the next game. But that probably won't come out until the PlayStation 6 comes out. And Kojima, I think he's already working on another project. I think it's like a movie or something, but yeah, I'm sure we'll get another Death Stranding game, but maybe that's like 5 years down the road from now. If you have Spotify, it's worth storage the Edzo Trilogy soundtrack. Unlikely. Do you think Netflix could pull off a Dragon Ball? No. Hell no. Are you crazy? We already tried a live-action Dragon Ball project. Or do you need to be reminded how bad that turned out? Absolutely not. We tried it once. It was a failure. Let's move on. When should Horizon 3 come out? This is another game. Listen, if you want... At this point, guys, I'll tell you this much. This is a universal answer to everybody who has a question like this. At this point, we are less than 2 years away from the 6 coming out. Any game that you want a sequel for probably will not come out in the next 2 years. It'll probably come out on the 6th. So I think a lot of developers are holding off making a sequel until they get their hands on the next technology, so they can start working for that. Because I think moving forward, they probably don't want to make it so that it's cross. I think the 6 will not be compatible with the 5 and 4. I think it'll be a cutoff system, like the 4 was. Like the 4 could only play 4, it couldn't play 3. I think the 6 will do the same thing with the 5. It will not be able to play 5 and 4. If it does, I'd be surprised, but I don't think it will. Have I watched Bad Santa? Yes I have, and it was fun. Am I going to watch Supergirl, Sean? Yes, I am. Open for Dante's Inferno 2? It's too late for a sequel. I would have been totally open for Dante's Inferno 2, but it's been way too long. What are my thoughts on Hideo Kojima's OD Knock? Well, I hope it's good. What is the most beautiful cartoon I've ever watched? Cartoon? Damn, I wouldn't even know off the top of my head. So I'm sorry, Jake. I not sure. When should Horizon 3? I don't know the story will just follow what happened after 2, but when will it come out? It'll come out when the 6 is. Don't expect that for 4 or 5 years from now. Don't expect it. Maybe 3 years from now. Expect it within the first 2 years of the 6. So by our standards, don't expect it until 2028. That's when I would expect Horizon 3 to come out. Snow White live action have beat Dragon Ball. Pfft, let's not talk about that. Am I gonna watch Supergirl? Yes, I am. Hola, bro. Hola to you too. Did you know Dead Space 4 was going to be semi-open world and Ellie would have been the protagonist? I could understand that, but I think she might be the main protagonist for a little bit. Then Isaac would have shown up. Like if they'd done something like that, I would have been okay with that. But I'm still waiting on my Dead Space 4. Dante's Inferno and Castlevania Lords of Shadows. Are you trying for me to compare which game is better, or are you trying to have me go put the characters against each other? Because Common Gamer, I already did that video years ago, and I already did it. What's a movie that had an unnecessary sequel? Ooh. Oh, Gladiator. Gladiator. Totally unnecessary sequel. Sequel's awful. Like, I think that's the first movie I can think of I think that's, like, for me personally, I think that's the first bad movie I've ever seen Denzel Washington be in. And he never makes bad movies. And I heard they're making a third one? Like, are you fucking serious? Are you crazy? I hated the second film. I was like, my God. Like, every 5 minutes you had to remind me of the first film. They even had like 10 minutes of footage from the first film playing in that movie. It's like, yeah, thank you for reminding me that I should be watching a better movie that I would absolutely pay current prices to see in theaters. I would absolutely watch Gladiator 2000 in theaters at current prices. Absolutely. I never got to when I was a kid. Did you hear Call of Duty is getting a film? Why? Just put the name Call of Duty in front of any war film that has come out in the last 30 years and it fits just right. Who is your current favorite actress in Hollywood? I don't have one. No, I think they're great hack and slash. They're great. Yeah, they're great hack and slashes, absolutely. Do you think Beyond the Spider-Verse will be released in 2028? Probably. I mean, I've heard that's been delayed, so that's probably the case. Sheen, do you know Toy Story 3 was originally going to focus on Buzz manufacturing and sent to Taiwan? My God, that sounds like an awful plot. I'm glad they stuck with what we gave us. Is Gladiator 2 offensively bad? It's offensively bad if you like the first film. Like, maybe it could stand on its own if you didn't watch the first film, but, like, it's unnecessary. It's not a good movie. I did not enjoy that film at all. I wouldn't say it's offensively bad, but, like, it's just a bad movie. I didn't like it. Sheen, Hacksaw Ridge. Have I seen Hacksaw Ridge? Kind of. I mean, I've seen clips of it. I've never sat down and watched the whole thing. Rashad, have I heard about rumor of Zack Snyder bringing... Oh, God, why? Why? The DCU died because it was crap. Why bring it back? I'm so excited. Superman was great. I liked Superman a bit more than Man of Steel. And I have so much, like, anticipation for the next couple of movies. Why bring it back? We can't have two cinematic universes going on at the same time from the same company. It's not going to work. If it comes out in 2023, you'll be 23 at that year. Well, I'll be close to 40. Do you think Christopher Nolan could do another World War II movie, perhaps Pearl Harbor? No, Michael Bay already did that. So, no, I don't think Nolan wants to touch anything someone else already has done. What's the saddest movie ending I've ever seen? Terminator 2. Easy. Do you know... No, take that back. Well, it's either Terminator 2 or Toy Story 3. It's one of those two. What are my thoughts on Incredibles 2? Wait, I skipped a question. Sean, do you know Bioshock Infinite was going to be open world, but it was too ambitious? Yeah, probably. And what are my thoughts on Incredibles 2? It's a fine movie, but it didn't need to be made. I mean, it's fine. I'm happy it exists because it did a lot of cool things, but I'm like, did we need an Incredibles 2? No, and it came out way too late. Like, the biggest problem for a lot of these sequels is they come out way, way, way too late. Like, if you're going to make a sequel, give me a sequel like 5 years later. Like if they tried to announce like a sequel to A Bug's Life today, I'd be like, guys, it's been way too long. From the Snyderverse, I only liked Aquaman 1 and Snyder Cut. I think there was like one movie in the Snyderverse I actually thought was a really, really good movie, and that was Man of Steel. James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2 is an incredible film. Nothing compares to. Yeah, you're probably right. What do I think about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning? I didn't watch it. Didn't need to watch it. I was like, eh. I've seen 10 minutes of it online. I saw what I needed to see. I didn't need to see the film. Incredibles 2 is really fun. Yeah, I think it's fun too. I'm just saying I don't think it needed to be made. I'm happy it's made, but like it wasn't something I personally was calling for. Since you mentioned Incredible 2, who asked for Incredibles 3? No one's. I've not heard anyone ask for Incredibles 3, and they don't need to make one. Again, if they tried to make it now, it'd be way too long. Plus, I don't trust Disney. Remember when Sly Cooper was announced that it never happened? Yeah, I do. You reviewed it? Really? Wait, Dead Reckoning or... Wait, was that part 1 of the finale? Or... I get them mixed up. I can't... Like... if you're talking about, like, Mission Impossible 7 Part 1, oh, then that film was... It was okay, but, like... It was a movie I only needed to see once, and then I didn't want to watch it again. But I didn't watch Mission Impossible 8 or 7 Part 2. I didn't watch the second part, so I didn't think I needed to. How good is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation? I thought it was great. Incredibles 3 was already announced this summer. Oh, Lord. Great. It comes out in 2028. I'm like, I'll be 38 years old. I won't even be interested in watching that anymore. I'm like, I'll be too old. We'll all be too old. I mean, that's the problem. Like, dude, when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, we'll all, like, some of us, like, let this sink in. There is a actual possibility that for a lot of us watching this, by the time Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, some of us might have grandkids. Let that sink in. This franchise started back in 2002 when I was 12 years old, and just the 4th entry will not come out until I'm probably in my mid-40s. Like, let that sink in. The only DCEU film I think is A tier's Man of Steel, Aquaman, James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2, and Snyder Cut. And do you like the Lego movie? Oh yeah, I like the Lego movie. You'll be 23 and 28. Well, yeah. Wow, and you were... Wow, that's young. Do you like Z Broly or Super Broly? Definitely Super Broly. Is there a plot to Kingdom Hearts? Oh, God. Not anymore. I mean, I probably could explain the plot to you between Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and 2, but after that, absolutely not. Nobody knows what the fucking plot is. And I tell you, if anyone online tells you they know the plot to Kingdom Hearts, they're fucking lying. There's no plot. After Kingdom Hearts 2, there's no plot. There is literally no plot after that. It just goes all over the place and no one knows what the hell is going on. Nobody. I think Kingdom Hearts 4 sounds unnecessary. You're damn right it's unnecessary. What's the point? Hey, what's up, James? How you doing? Do I like Lego Movie 2? Yeah, I saw Lego Movie 2 in theaters. I also saw the Batman Lego Movie, and I liked that movie too. Have I watched Plane, Trains, and Automobiles? James has never heard of that film. Oh, dang, we've only been 40 minutes, felt like longer. Just like the Secret Wars comes out in 2027, you'll be 22. Another movie I won't be seeing, but, you know, whatever. Have I seen Daredevil Born Again? Yeah, on Disney Plus. Yeah, I thought it was okay. Nothing great, but, you know, it was okay. Kingdom Hearts 2 is GOAT. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the greatest Kingdom Hearts game of all time. And I believe it's also in my... I believe it's... I think... Where is it? I think it's... Kingdom Hearts 2 currently sits as my eighth favorite video game of all time. Yeah. Yeah, there are only 16 games in the history of gaming I would give 10 out of 10s to, and Kingdom Hearts sits at number 8. It is my 8th favorite video game of all time. What is my favorite Christmas movie? Oh, it's Die Hard. Ooh, it's Die Hard. Die Hard followed very closely by live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But definitely Die Hard. Die Hard is the greatest Christmas movie ever. Have I watched The Walking Dead? Nah, I'm not a fan. Am I going to play Halo Campaign Evolved? Absolutely, of course I am. Devil May Cry 3 and 5 are GOATs as well. Yeah, absolutely. And they sit in spots 13 and 14 on my list of all-time greatest games of all time. So 5 would be my 13th favorite game, and 3 would be my 14th favorite game of all time. Do you have a favorite Netflix Marvel show before Disney acquired it? No, not really. I thought Luke Cage was fun, but you know. What's a game that deserves a sequel? Dead Space 3, easy. Name all the members of my 10 out of 10 club. Well, I've already done a video, Sean, but if you really want the list, going from 16 up to 1, you have Super Mario 64, Batman Arkham Asylum, Devil May Cry Special Editions for 3 and 5, Uncharted 2, Rise of the Tomb Raider, God of War 3, God of War Ragnarok, Kingdom Hearts 2, Astrobot, Persona 5 Royal, Resident Evil 5, Dead Space 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Final Fantasy 10, and at the top, Metal Gear Solid 3. The real 3, not that Delta bullshit they released this year that was garbage and didn't even get a single nomination this year. I would like to remind you, I bet Konami's feeling really stupid. What is the... Wait, no. That's... Hot take. My favorite game, God of War game, is 2018. Heck, that's fair. That's a great game. What do you do if Phantom Thieves came to me as a visit? Oh my god. One, they wouldn't... Okay, number one, the Phantom Thieves would not even fit on my stairs. All of them. What the hell are they doing here? Again, why are you here? How did you find out where I live? And what can I do you for? I don't need my heart broken into. I don't need my heart palace broken into. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not depressed. I'm not suicidal right now. Maybe next year. Who's a better protagonist, Yugi, Jaden, or Yusuke? Of course it's Yugi. What kind of question is that? What is the funniest movie I've ever seen? Funniest? I don't know what the funniest is, but I will say Jump Street 20, I think 22 Jump Street probably made me laugh the hardest of any movie I've ever seen. I think you know what scene I'm talking about. Daniel, would you do a ranking of Die Hard films? I know I've done that. 100%. 100%. 100% I've done a Die Hard ranking video. 100%. I know that for a fact. If you want the link, I'll send it to you. But 100% I know I've done that video. Halo Combat Evolved deserves a remake. Well, it is getting a remake, so... I mean... You mean Resident Evil 4? What do you mean? What do you mean? What am I missing? What is your thoughts on protagonist Yusuke and Yasuke? I think Yusuke's fine. Not a fan of Yasuke. I stopped. Avid got nominated. I don't know what that is. Did you see a clip of Block slipping on stage? Yeah, it was funny. My favorite part of the game, your favorite game of all time is Far Cry 5? Okay, that's cool. Do you all have a favorite final boss fight? Favorite final boss fight? That's tough. Probably not. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Someone asked if Kojima would play Metal Gear Solid Delta. He said, laughed and said, fuck no. He should have said a fuck and a no, because that's me. Absolutely not. Why the hell? Why would he want to play an inferior version of a game he made 20 plus years ago? Why the hell would he do that? Because Delta is shit compared to OG3, and that's not even up for debate. Sorry. I mean, I know people like Delta, and that's fine, but that game is dog shit compared to OG. It's not even close. What if Venom Snake and Naked Snake? Why? Why are these people coming to my house and asking me to play a game? Why? Why are these characters coming here? I am not a cool enough person to have these awesome characters coming to my house, and Venom Snake is an absolute fraud, so fuck him. Should video game remakes really qualify for Game of the Awards? Absolutely not. Because they're cheap. Halo 2 can still get a remake, but 3 and Reach should be left alone. Oh no, they remake 1 and 2, they'll remake 3 and Reach, no question about it. What if a program from the Tron universe told me you need your help with someone that needs to take over your grid? I would say, I'm the wrong person, go find someone else. How come you're not a fan of the final boss? And because it's too much like a cutscene. It's crap, and the guy looks like the Miz, which was weird too. It felt too much like it didn't feel like a boss, it felt like a glorified cutscene. And again, the guy looked like the Miz, which was weird. I was like, why is the Miz the main villain of Uncharted 4? Like, Lazarevich would eat this motherfucker alive. I mean, that was a boss fight. Not gonna lie, you enjoyed Batman Forever the most of the 4 Batman films? Wow, really? Oh, I mean, it was the first Batman movie I ever saw in theaters, and that made me a Batman fan. So, heck, Batman Forever will always have a special place in my heart. I have not heard people talking about Delta in my university recently. Well, I think that says a lot. Am I going to play the Mafia Old Country? Maybe. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. James, am I the only person that finds Batman and Robin entertaining? It's entertaining if you make it a drinking game. Plus, I will say this, James. Batman and Robin was probably the best thing that ever happened to the Batman franchise. You want to know why? Because if that film had actually been great or been successful, we never would have gotten the Nolan trilogy. Because they had already made plans to make a sequel to Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, which was called Batman Triumvirate. And I can't remember who the main villain would have been, but like that was going to be the follow-up video movie to that. So by that movie being what it was, we got the Nolan trilogy, and the entire direction of comic book movies changed forever. And people to this day are still trying to emulate those type of films. To this day. Game of the Year awards is shit show. I don't think it's a shit show. I mean, it's good for trailers and good for live performances. I remember Lazarevich shouting out Drake. Yeah, I remember that too. I noticed you played Mafia 3. Yes, I have, and I've also played Mafia 2. What is my favorite Crash Bandicoot game? I don't have one. On your GameFly? Really? I probably own that. Like, a lot of those games I ended up keeping, so. Well, if Reach and 3 comes out on the PlayStation 5, I guess I'll give it a try, even though Reach is my favorite video game of all time, while Halo 3 takes the number 2 spot. That's pretty good. You're in San Antonio, Texas right now. Ever been to Texas? Yes, I have. I go there every year or so to go visit my brother, who lives in Texas. That's where he's lived there for most of his life. But yeah, I visit there every once in a while. And wow, we still got like 10 minutes. Wow. What would you think of Rocco SpongeBob? Oh, for God's sake. Why? Why are you guys here? And how did you guys not get stopped? How did you get here? It's just like, why are you here? Big Mac or Whopper? Whopper. Not a Big Mac fan. I think the main villain from Batman Triumphant would have been Scarecrow, and I heard that Howard Stern was going to play him. I heard a rumor, but I wasn't aware they said Howard Stern. I did hear that Scarecrow was probably going to be the main villain. What is my favorite gun in Tomb Raider? Oh. If we're talking Survivor Tomb Raider, probably the bow when it's fully upgraded, because that has like so many firing functions. Mine is the rifle. Yeah, once you like pimp that rifle up, that can cause havoc. An idea for comic book art style graphics for zombie first person shooter games. I don't have any. What if a future 3TR with a beard and Neo glasses came to my door? Weird. Then my future must be really fucked if my future self is coming back through time to talk to me. So that tells me the future is really fucked. What to say hi before the stream ends? Don't worry, we still got 10 minutes, so you don't have to rush. Which do you prefer, Tomb Raider or Uncharted? Okay, here's what I'll say. If we're taking those two franchises at their peak, which means putting Rise of Tomb Raider against Uncharted 2, I would give the edge to Rise of Tomb Raider. I do think Rise of the Tomb Raider is better than Uncharted 2, simply because I think Uncharted 2 is a bit too linear. And I think Rise of Tomb Raider or those survival Tomb Raider games, they have a better idea of exploration. They have better secrets. I think the combat's better. I think just how it plays out. I spent more time playing Tomb Raider than I did Uncharted. Uncharted's great, but it's very, very linear. There's very little ever much exploration outside the main direction. So that's why I would, but I'm saying specifically the survival Tomb Raider. If you're talking like classic Tomb Raider, then Uncharted beats that, no question. But like the main like survivor lore, which is the period when I became a fan, I'm only a fan of that Lara Croft, then yeah. Was Uncharted 3 that disappointing? I mean, it was fine. I didn't like it as much as 2 and 1 or 4. But it's a fun game. What if I were to come to your door? Well, Daniel, I would be very, very worried on how the hell you found out where I lived. I would be very, very worried. And I was like, heck, I mean, I like you guys, but I don't need you guys coming to my house unannounced. Would Dead Space 2 be NC-17 if it was a movie? No, it'd be R. It'd be R. There's no like ass or tits or pussies or none of that. It's just death. You wouldn't get any more than you got in Alien. But no, it wouldn't, like, maybe if it came out in like the 70s or the 80s, but like if it came out today, no, it'd be R. Do you think Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer? Yeah, he has a resume. So, I mean, not a fan of his, but yeah, he does have the resume for a Hall of Famer. What is the next game that you think Sony will remaster? I have no idea. Have I heard about a deleted scene in The Dark Knight Rises which was cut out to prevent the movie from being NC-17? I'm not aware of any scene. I'm not familiar with any scene like that. But I can't imagine what it was, because that seems really out there for Nolan. Favorite gameplay physics? I don't have any wing. I wouldn't know how to define that. And we still got 6 more minutes. So if you got any more final questions before we cut the stream, you better get them out now. What is my favorite R-rated Christopher Nolan film? Probably Oppenheimer. He's talking about the gruesome death scene in Dark Knight Rises. What gruesome death scene? Like I can like when he broke the guy's neck, or when he like crushed that guy's throat. Like, I can't think of any gruesome deaths. I mean, Bane getting shot by a cannon, or like I can't think of any. Where would you put Oppenheimer? Probably top 5. Yeah, probably top 5. Probably number 4 or 5. It certainly would not be one. It certainly would not be top 3 for me, personally. It would not be top 3, but maybe 4 or 5. You know about the Street? You know some Street Fighter characters?
Could you please tell me more about the Street?
I'm not sure, Zach. I'm not sure what that's a question follow-up. Have I seen Carmen Rider? No, I never heard of it. Which Metal Gear Solid felt the best to play in terms of controls, timing, and distance? Probably 4 for me personally. When someone blasts Bang with a cannon, uh, that wasn't that gruesome. Like, you got shot with a cannon, then he was dead. I mean, unless he got like blown to pieces, but like he just got shot and he was down. So I didn't think it was that gruesome. Do you like Tenet more than No, I think I like it as much as I did at the time. I mean, it's you know it's a good movie. It's a well-made movie, but it's not one of my favorites of his. I'm asking if you know about some of them. Do I know about some Street Fighter characters? I know a little bit about some Street Fighter characters, but not a lot. Have I seen Welcome to Derry? No, I have not. Is it that It TV show? Because I'm not into that. Even Deadpool 2016 got away with being R, but not NC-17. Yeah, but it didn't really do too much, to be fair. Who would win in a fight, Chun-Li or Tifa? Tifa, no question. Which of the villains do you like the Dark... Wait, which of the villains do I like in the Dark Knight movies besides Joker? Well, I thought Scarecrow was fine. I mean, you know, Dr. Crane was creepy. I think Mr. Gillian did a great job. He appeared in all 3 films, which you wouldn't have expected that, but, you know, I'd probably go Scarecrow. I think he was fine. Which of the villains, wait a second. Okay, I did that. I say the Punisher is far intense than Deadpool movies. No, none of the Punisher movies are that intense. I mean, the Thomas Jane one is my favorite one, but even that one it's only got like one intense moment, I would say. And we got about 2 more minutes, so we're about to get close to the closing. Favorite Mario Kart game? Probably Mario 64, personally. But I don't think I like it more than Diddy Kong's Racing. Even The Boys is more graphic. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, oh, absolutely. The Boys is absolutely. That would definitely be NC-17 if they tried to make a movie of that. Oh, hell yeah. That is way more graphic. I'm sorry. Anything that has a guy shrinking down to go through a man's penis and you actually see it is... Oh, hell no. That was not something I needed to see. What is my favorite design for a console? Ooh. Probably the PlayStation 3. Design-wise, I would say PlayStation 3. I like the sleek look it has. And we're about a minute, so... Have I played Dragon Ball Budokai 3 on Z difficulty? Yes, and I've beaten the game. Challenging, but heck, I can get it done. But that'll do it for today's stream. This was fun. It was very active. A good number of people showed up. I think I gave you guys an update on everything I should be coming out. I should have like an extra video come out later today, and then maybe a couple more coming out tomorrow during Thanksgiving. But you know, only watch those when you guys have time. So hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy eating a lot of food and with your families. Hope you guys have had a great time in today's stream. And remember, if you guys have any ideas for videos or something, please let me know in another video, and I will try to get up as soon as I can. But like I'm telling you, starting December, I'm going to be locked down to get this season finale versus series matchup up, because it is going to be intense. It is definitely going to be difficult for me to break down, but I think it'll be a great way to close out my series for good now that I've already passed 100K. So again, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. You guys are awesome, and I will be sure to catch you guys next week.